Good afternoon, my fellow Papua New Guineans, educated allies, UPNG students, UOG students, Lay Unitech students, Divine Wood students nationwide. I come to you live today and have decided to make this video of the subject matter counter speech on petition against Prime Minister James Marape. My fellow citizens, Papua New Guineans, we are gathered at a time when our nation stands at a crossroads, not just in leadership, but in the integrity of our democratics and the strength of our national institutions. A petition has emerged demanding the resignation of Prime Minister James Marape. But before we jump to conclusions, it is very important that we must ask ourselves, are we seeing the full picture? Let us address the core issues being raised. One, the constitutional amendment to Section 145. Two, the National Energy Amendment Act. Three, the temporary Facebook shutdown. One, the Section 145 amendment is simply, in the simplest form, is to strengthening the stability and not silencing the democracy. This is something that we all must understand. When we have a stable government, we will see a continuous growth in our development. Therefore, the Marape and Rosso government decided to amend Section 145 to simply strengthen the stability and not silencing the democracy. The proposed amendment to Section 145 of our Constitution is not a threat to democracy. That we all must understand. It is an effort to strengthen it. For too long, our government has been toppled not through election or performance, but through political maneuvering, automatic vote or no confidence. That is the reason why oppositions are coming out with voice without seeing the real reason behind, trying to topple using Section 145. These constant disruptions have weakened the governance, undermined the policy continuity, and delay developments. The amendment does not remove the people's right to change government. That we all must understand. As a Papua New Guineans, we all must understand. You educated elites there, working class people there, civil society there, students in all walks of life, we all must understand that this amendment does not remove people's rights, or simply it does not change the democracy of our country. It simply introduces a responsible timeline and threshold to prevent instability. It ensures that our government are not changed midstream based on short-term political ambitions, but on a long-term accountability. You will judge a government not on a short space of time. You cannot judge a government. You will judge a government on a long term. That is why what is meant by a long-term accountability. And number two is NEC Amendment Act. NEC Amendment Act is simply because to protect the cabinet confidentiality and collective responsibility, meaning that it protects what is in the NEC remains in NEC. It cannot come out, linked in all sort of media streams and causing an uproar. That's the whole reason why the government has amended this NEC Amendment Act. The NEC Amendment Act has been criticized, but let us be clear. Every executive body in any functioning democracy needs a level of confidentiality and a discipline to operate effectively. This we must all respect and understand. NSC is the heart of government decision making, and it is member must act with unity and integrity. This amendment promotes collective responsibility, ensuring that cabinet decisions are not undermined by links, misinformations, or factionalism. It fosters discipline among leaders, which in turn leads to better decision for the nation. It's very important that we all must understand this before we jump in there, causing all sort of misinformations against the government, against the Amendment Act. These are very important things which I would like to enlighten to you all. And number 3 is Facebook shutdown. People of Papua New Guinea, Facebook is becoming one of the habit of all young, whole age in our country. It has become a part of life. Illiterate people are using it. Educated people are using it. They have been abusing this Facebook for quite a long time. Shutting down Facebook is simply meaning to safeguard the national security and public order. That's the whole reason. It's not about Marape coming out to become a dictator and shutting out all Facebooks and all views of the people. It's simply to safeguard the national interest and public order. The temporary Facebook shutdown is not a censorship. It is a national security response to a rising wave of misinformation, incitement, destability content that lead to public disorder, including recent riot and unrest. The platform has been used not just for free speech, which we uphold, but also for spreading fake news, dangerous propagandas that puts lives at risk. Government is now shutting down. Government is not shutting down the voice of the people. I can assure you that. That's what I'm seeing. It is working to ensure that this voice are heard responsibly. During this period, steps have been taken to strengthen the digital regulations and ensure that platforms are used to build, not break our nation. And that's a very important thing that we all must understand. To conclude, Prime Minister James Marape's government is not perfect. No government is. But what we see here is a leadership that is bold enough to reform, brave enough to act, committed enough to stay the course in the face of resistance. These amendments are not power grab. They are part of a broader effort to reshape PNG into a stronger, fair, and more stable democracy. To those calling for resignations of our Prime Minister James Marape, let us not be tear down what has been built. Let us engage constructively. Let us challenge with ideas, not curse. Let us not allow the winds of misinformation to uproot the future we are trying to grow. On this note, may God bless Papua New Guinea. May God bless our Prime Minister James Marape and his government. Thank you, everybody.